Good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Stamler, and welcome to our 11th symposium. It's been an eventful year in biotech and at Harrington. In biotech, gene editing, RNA, and AI technologies took center stage, and treatments for obesity improved the lives of many. At Harrington, we launched new programs in rare disease and brain health and advanced our mission and impact. Further, we added world leaders and top scholars, entrepreneurs, and investors into the Harrington fold. We now see increasing academic and industry recognition of the efficiency and effectiveness of our model. A leader at a top Boston health system graciously offered that Harrington is where people think outside the box regarding discovery and development models. The Journal of Commercial Biotechnology called out Harrington as a top 2 U.S. innovation model for accelerating academic technologies. And our Scholar Innovator Awards are increasingly recognized as signatures of creativity and therapeutic potential. So I'm delighted to recognize this year's Scholar Innovator class with projects involving cardiovascular, inflammatory, infectious, and oncologic disease, and using modalities including small molecule, nucleic acid, vaccine, biologic, and genetic therapies. Welcome. Together, we represent a mission-driven entity defined by a vision, culture, and suite of resources, especially your breakthrough discoveries that make us singular. With our singular mission as a focal point, we have grown and changed in purposeful ways. I like the quote by Andy Warhol, who said, "People say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself." Because we're always changing ourselves to stay relevant, I want to take a few moments to provide an overview of our activities. We have our Center for Major Diseases. This physician-scientist program led by Dr. Seth Field is the foundation of our institute. It combines grant funding with additional concessionary financing and catalytic capital to help commercialize new treatments. In other words, we do what we can do to incentivize physician scientists to develop new therapies. The program has high-quality science, a strong infrastructure, and good volume, and therapeutics are hitting milestones. Further, the Honorary Society, the American Society for Clinical Investigation, has been an outstanding collaborator. They co-sponsor the Harrington Prize for Innovation in Medicine, which honors a physician-scientist who has moved science forward with achievements notable for innovation, creativity, and potential for clinical application. This year, Dr. Arlene Sharp, a Harvard professor whose discoveries in immune regulation have led to new cancer therapies, joins us as an exceedingly deserving winner. Another important area of unmet need is represented by our Center for Brain Health Medicines, led by Dr. Andrew Pieper. Notably, treatments for patients affected by neurodegenerative conditions are no longer aspirational or long shot. Our center can point to exciting early advances in Huntington's, ALS, and Alzheimer's. Indeed, a partnership with the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation is now in its 10th year. ADDF Harrington scholars now decorate the US, UK, and Canada. Andrew has carefully constructed a diversified portfolio of scientists working in this area. And with 2 first-in-human clinical trials, the program is attracting philanthropists and investment. Supporting all of this and serving as a key differentiator of Harrington is our Therapeutics Development Center, led by Dr. Diana Wetmore. The TDC, as we call it, is a group of experts committed to and skilled in drug development. Every scholar receives the proficient assistance of a personalized TDC team. And as the landscape evolves with new modalities, the TDC has onboarded new capabilities. It has also recruited new business development professionals for supporting highly customized commercialization paths. Financially, we continue to be creative. We have our Harrington Seed Fund, which can make catalytic investments in any project we support prior to company creation, and has made 8 to date. We have also co-invested with over 20 corporate and venture capital groups, including Pfizer Ventures and Bristol-Myers Squibb. Additionally, we have our partnership with Advent Life Sciences, with which we also co-invest, including several transactions last year. And we have designed services to enable financial support of scholar commercialization, one of which is our Target Investment Profiles, or TIPS, developed for each asset or scholar by our due diligence team. If you hit your TIPS, you can get concessionary financing from us. Underlying the excellence of the science we support is the collective insight of our Science Advisory Board. Our SAB has worked together now for many years to select the scholar innovators and help select the Harrington Prize winners. We benefit greatly from this brilliant group. We thank you for all that you do. Similarly, underlying the strength of our investment results is our Investment Advisory Board. With their deep knowledge of the innovation funding ecosystem, these long-time investors weave together different sources of capital to best assist scholar programs. And our results to date are quite strong, with 188 medicines in the making, coming from 66 academic institutions. 39 companies have been launched. We have 21 medicines in the clinic, and we've achieved 15 licenses to pharma. I'm sharing these numbers just moments before I speak about philanthropy for good reason. We should make no mistake that our philanthropic supporters and partners are the ones who have enabled us to achieve these results. So far, we have raised $900 million of total capital, a number we owe to the vision, care, sponsorship, and commitment of our impact donors and partners. They share our mission to accelerate promising discoveries into medicines for unmet needs. For this, our thanks first to university hospitals, a constant source of support for the vision of launching and leading a top drug discovery institute for our nation's physician scientists. Our thanks to Morgan Stanley, Gift Cures, to Mel and her team. Our partnership is as strong as ever. And our thanks to our committed impact philanthropists, the Ratner, Douglas, Reitman, Vinnie Haslam and Gaza families, and to Nationwide, the state of Ohio, and Takeda. And our deepest thanks to both our philanthropy-oriented Regional Leadership Advisory Council here in Cleveland and our Harrington International Advisory Council. I mentioned earlier that we have a singular mission-driven organization, culture, and suite of resources. But I should correct myself, as that changed last October when we partnered with the University of Oxford to become more than singular. By way of background, a few years ago, Sir John Bell, then the Regius Professor at Oxford, sought to harness a strategic investment by the United Kingdom in genome-based capabilities to tackle the rare disease problem. That is, thousands of diseases and millions of people, largely children, without therapeutic options. Fast forward a few years, and we now have not only fully operational the Oxford Harrington Rare Disease Center, but also an exciting new therapeutics accelerator available to any US and UK academic institution. Together with former Prime Minister David Cameron, the founding chair of the Oxford Harrington Centre, the OHC, we launched the accelerator this past year. The OHC is initially financed with $250 million for the therapeutics for rare diseases that have often been neglected. Under the very able leadership of Oxford's Matthew Wood, who is here with us today, and an increasing transatlantic presence, The OHC has an aspirational goal for 40 rare disease medicines in clinical trials in the next 10 years. To that end, all resources of the Harrington Discovery Institute have been made available as part of this partnership, and the OHC has already completed its first transatlantic call for applications, with awards scheduled for Q4. And several technologies have already entered the accelerator. Further, we have co-invested in the accelerator's first rare disease company, Alvogen, alongside the investment company, Oxford Science Enterprises. Known as OSE, it is an especially exciting aspect of this partnership. OSE has deep pockets and can help create a science business ecosystem for Oxford Harrington scholars and accelerate commercialization of their technologies. What's more, we plan to raise an impact fund dedicated to rare diseases that will invest in the most promising treatments coming out of the OHC, helping to move scholar discovery down the pipeline toward full commercialization. I hope you can see the OHC with its therapeutic accelerator is a major undertaking that offers real opportunity for stakeholders to work together to reshape the future of medicine. I also hope you see that in replicating the Harrington model, by providing entry points for both major diseases and rare diseases, we greatly increase our potential for collective impact. Indeed, we improve upon a singular model to hopefully double the impact. Growing our impact by extending the Harrington model and culture has been an ideal of ours for a long time, and it's tremendously gratifying that in 2023, we put in place the mechanisms to quite possibly do this.